climate has become more important to me than day-to-day weather forecasting. This is Hurricane's Eye on Climate. So why am I doing this? I've been interested in climate since the 80s, when I first heard climate scientist James Hansen testify to Congress that global warming had already started. Now, I thought that was way premature. On TV in Philadelphia, I even poked fun at the idea that our record blizzard in '96 was caused or affected by global warming. Skeptic? Yeah. But as scientists, we're supposed to look at the data, read the research, and if necessary, our positions evolve. Now, as I've reported this year, tens of thousands of climate scientists around the world, looking at 88,000 papers, found 99.9% who agreed that 1, the Earth is warming, and 2, that it's mainly due to human activity. 99.9%. Yet way too many people still believe climate change science is exaggerated, or worse, even a hoax. I'll get into more of the reasons for this in future reports, but probably the main thing that concerns me is what's happened to the areas I've specialized in, meteorology and media. Yeah, it was natural for meteorologists to be skeptical back in the day. After all, weather is, by nature, variable, except in San Diego, of course. And as we say, records are made to be broken. But at some point, the evidence just becomes overwhelming. Too many of my colleagues have been slow in accepting the science and the dangerous consequences of it. Too few have had the urge to even talk about climate on TV or even podcasts. Too political, too controversial. So the public's most trusted voices of science have been too silent. Me too. Even though I was convinced about the science about 15 or so years ago, I was censored. Some blogs were allowed, yes, but when I wanted to do a half-hour special on climate change, my boss said that I had to, quote, give the other side too. So I said, but there is no other side. At the time, 97% of climate scientists agreed on the basic science. So if we do a report on the moon landings, we have to show the other side who says that they were faked? Well, when we moved into our new building in 2017, there was an empty office right next to the weather working stations. I suggested we make it the climate corner and do regular updates. We can take the lead with this. Anyone who cares about the climate will watch us. Well, the room stayed vacant as of the time I retired in 2022. I wrote this novel focusing on climate change and weather modification, but it was held up for 3 years. Is it local management? The network? Never knew. But now that I'm retired, no one's here to censor me. I can say whatever I want, when I want, and how I want to say it. I was either self-censored out of caution or by management. A total of 50 years of censorship, but no more. And that is Hurricane's Eye on Climate.